Hi, my name is Jasmine Patel, and I am the founder and administrator of Acupuncturists on Facebook. I founded this group, over 10 years ago, actually quite a while ago, even more than 10 years ago. Um, I want to say I kind of founded this group 15 years ago, mainly to get my classmates, my peers who are in acupuncture school with me, together to discuss case studies and difficult cases while still being HIPAA compliant and get ideas from each other for treatment and also stay in touch. So I started this group and invited all of my acupuncture friends, people that went to school with me, to the group, and then allowed them to also invite friends. And before I knew it, this group grew into a global group of acupuncturists on Facebook. So we now have over 14,000 members globally, and it is a wonderful community that has developed because I had this idea of, hey, let's stay in touch with classmates and discuss difficult cases, find out where good continuing education is happening, and just, kind of stay in touch with each other. So mainly how our community interacts is through the Acupuncturists on Facebook group. People will post questions about difficult cases, or someone's patient is coming in with a particular diagnosis. How do we look at this from a Chinese medicine perspective? People will also post continuing education that's happening, or if they're selling equipment or selling a practice. So, it's basically a group to discuss anything and everything having to do with acupuncture. We do have group rules like, hey, don't post jokes in this group and things like that. And so the communication is mainly online on the group itself. We have had some activities that have people like from a certain area may want to get together for a picnic, or when there's a continuing education going on, people will ask, hey, who's going to this event? I want to meet up with those of you I've been interacting with on Acupuncturists on Facebook. And when conventions happen or big events are happening, like a conference, an acupuncture and Chinese medicine conference, we always ask, hey, who's going? Hey, let's meet up with each other at this time, at the hotel, restaurant, or bar, or plan to go out together. So we try to actually also meet up in person to meet with each other. It's been really good for people to sell items that they're selling, whether those are books that, they used when they were students, because we also allow students to join the group. So students are also there in the group learning from people who will be their peers after they graduate. And items for sale. Sometimes somebody has bought like a piece of equipment for their clinic that's not quite working out for them, so they're selling it. So people meet up locally with each other when things are being sold. Smaller items can also be shipped, so that happens as well. We've had quite an impact. People will many times in our group write about, thank you so much for that advice. I used this treatment plan or this treatment strategy with XYZ, patient that I had asked advice for. And that treatment plan really worked well. The patient has improved. So we get to hear feedback and see the direct impact our group is making, not just in our own patients' lives, but other patients' lives. So we've got experienced practitioners on there who've been in practice for so many years. We've got newer practitioners and we've got students. So the impact is actually quite large. And so in our community, the conversations that seem most important are definitely, about treatment plans, treatment strategies, how someone is treating a particular condition. Right now, we're seeing a lot of long COVID come into our practices. with the excuse me, various manifestations of long COVID. So there's a lot of questions about that and how are you treating, what are you doing, what's working, what's not working. And of course, the plethora of other issues that we always see patients for, right? So headaches, back pain, neck pain. I'm treating this way. I've done 4 treatments. I'm not seeing a change or a difference yet. What can I do different? What can I try that's different? So those conversations are important. And also conversations about, hey, I want to do continuing ed with this type of subject matter. I really want to look at acupuncture for like cancer treatment, conjunctive cancer treatment with allopathic medicine. Is there any continuing ed for that? What do you recommend and why? What have you taken? So those conversations are also happening. And, the group very much appreciates having this forum available to discuss these types of things with each other. I've also started acupuncturists on Discord, but that hasn't quite taken off yet. So one of the things I hope to achieve being part of this program is some strategies on, hey, how do I get acupuncturists on Discord active? People have joined, certainly not all 14K, but, people have joined. But they're, how do we get them on at a particular time to discuss things? Of course, there's time differences and we need to be aware of that. But, we can set up different things at different times so people from different regions and even different countries could come on. But we just haven't been very successful with that yet. So, I'd like to learn about that. My group is large enough now that I would like to learn how to monetize the group if possible, because I do put a lot of time and effort into running this group on a daily basis. And I would would love to learn how to monetize the group. I would love to have some connections directly at Meta or Facebook with people who are there. And if there's any opportunity also to, work as a consultant or a freelancer or as a part-time employee with Meta, sort of doing what I'm doing in my group with other groups or with my group, I would be very interested in that. So thank you for inviting me to apply for this, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.